Right, Air Commodore, that was very well articulated, and even a common man could understand what really Tara means for the Indian Air Force. But Dr. Selvamurthy, as far as the evolution of India's precision guided weapon systems are concerned, how significant is this trial of Tara?
Deepak, let me first of all congratulate the scientists of DRDO as well as the Indian Air Force for this very important milestone to have low-cost, precision-guided munitions, which is very necessary for the standoff warfare, which we have shown it in the Op Sindoor as well to some extent. Because future war, we don't want to risk our own aircrafts, our own fighter pilots to the enemy. So we want to have more of standoff the distance warfare. So for which you need this precision guided low cost solutions than using the missiles, which is very, very the cost expensive systems. So this is going to be a very important milestone, and it was very precisely demonstrated, and it was very successful. The test was very successful. And in this, the many labs were involved, particularly the Research Center Imarat, which is a Hyderabad-based labs, and other labs of DRDO also supported in this endeavor. But then the importance is the lethality of these weapons when you release it from the aircrafts and then it goes and strike. One is the range, the other one is the lethality and the precision of the strike, which is very important. Why the test was done on an anniversary of Op Sindoor is to indicate the significance of precision strike and also standoff warfare system, which is going to be the future. So that is why this is a very important milestone. But then the aerodynamic behavior and also the seeker technologies, the onboard computers, and also the terminal guidance, these are all very, very important, and these have been tested precisely, even though the data may not be available openly for the strategic reasons. But then this is one of the systems like what he said, JDAM, SPICE. Israel has done similar thing, the SPICE, and also AASM, Hammer, the France has also demonstrated. But of which ours is the most cost-effective solution. And so this is really a very, very important the achievement for the DRDO. And the uniqueness is that production partner was part of the development. So that it is easy. The production activities has already commenced. So this is where the new kind of management in DRDO, that we not only develop systems, but we identify during development the production partners so that there is no delay in the absorption of the technology and then produce it immediately. So the life cycle from the ideation to the deliverable has been significantly reduced by DRDO, and a lot of the achievements have been happening not only in the field of missiles, the fighter aircraft, as well as the main battle tank combat vehicles and the aerospace and every domain, naval systems, and also directed energy weapons, high energy materials, and even hypersonic propulsion, which was demonstrated recently. So a lot of significant achievements are there with the DRDO, and this is further strengthened our own self-reliance in critical defense technology, as was mentioned by my co-panelist, that now the self-reliance index has gone up much higher, and we are exporting the arms and ammunition indigenously produced. So this is the Atmanirbhar Bharat, which Honorable Prime Minister has been propagating, promoting, and supporting. And so we deeply acknowledge as well as gratefully they acknowledge the support given by Honorable Prime Minister and also the Defense Minister who are with us in this journey, and without which such kind of big programs will not be possible. And
The
so
Defense Minister, Dr. Selvamurthy, have been championing Atmanirbhar vision, Atmanirbhar Bharat vision. Once upon a time, India was among the largest defense importers, but today that equation has changed. We are also defense exporters and manufacturers with systems like Tara seeing the light of the day. But Dr. Behel, as far as pilot survivability is concerned, what kind of a role does Tara system play?
A very nice question, Deepak ji. First thing I want to tell you is today's warfare is beyond visual range, like Dr. Selva was mentioning. And beyond visual range is primarily so that the aircraft can be outside the ranges of the air defense systems of the enemy. Now, if we have the aircraft flying at different altitudes, it's the range at which the air defenses become effective also increases as the altitude of aircraft goes up. And that is why this weapon system has been brought to be released from 10,000 feet, which means 3 kilometers, where the air defense systems have a range anywhere from 60 to 70 kilometers. So, if we release this weapon system at 80 kilometers plus, then we are going to be safe from the weapon systems that could be utilized from the enemy territory. So, this is one reason why today's standoff capability gives a better survivability, because of which these weapon systems become very, very important. Now, let me tell you another important aspect, and the second important aspect is the cost. Because if a spice, like Dr. Selva was mentioning, the spice bomb, that costs 3 crore rupees. So now look at DRDO producing at 25 lakhs and look at 3 crores. Now, and also that the accuracy of this particular system, that is Tara, is much better than the spice. As a pilot that I have flown a large number of fighter aircraft from MiG-21s, 23s, 27s, Sukhois, and Mirages, I can tell you for one bit that yes, on certain target systems at standoff ranges, this could be very potent weapon system that has been jointly developed by the DRDO, by Research Center Imarat, and the Indian Air Force. And this also highlights one very important aspect, that when the client becomes integrated with the development process, such as the Indian Air Force, those particular systems become developed very fast, because the QRs are met quickly, and the exact knowledge of what the Air Force or the client wants is known by the DRDO, something which the Navy has been doing very nicely, and something which has now come up with this. I hope that even with the LCA, the integration will increase further. It's already increased. It's not that it's not increased. One of my squadrons that I had commanded, 18 squadron, is a light combat aircraft squadron, and that is 18 squadron. And I'd gone there for their anniversary, and I found that the technical teams of the HAL were there, as well as they were integrated with the squadron personnel. So, which means the integration of the client is taking place with the research institutes as well as with those who do the fourth line servicing, which is a very, very good step forward for integration and development of new weapon systems.
Dr. Selvamurthy, I would like to, ask you a, question on what Dr. Behel said as far as integration is concerned. Could Tara, serve as a foundation for an entire family of precision guided munitions?
Absolutely. Because the we would like not to disturb the civilian the sector at all. So this precision has to be guided towards either the terrorist, the camps, or it to the enemy the territory, precisely to the targets which we have in mind. So that is why operationally this is very, very important to have this precision strike. And so this will pave the way for many, many the precision guided munitions, even to strike an individual precisely, so that the CEP accuracy will be so much, the probability of hit will be so precise. So where the seeker technology, the flight control, the guidance, navigation, and also ultimately the last terminal guidance becomes very, very precise. Even the loitering ammunitions, when you talk of loitering ammunitions, that it keeps loitering, and once it sees the targets, it just goes and strikes. So these type of precision guided munitions, this is one of the container, this is modular design. So that is why the modular design means the existing inventories, what you have in store in the Air Force or with Army Navy, can be utilized and increase the precision strike. So that is why this is very, very important. The modular design give this using of the existing inventories. You don't have to develop a new missile or a new ammunitions to strike. So this is again a very important thing in terms of the existing armory could be made precise as well as to the target. So this is a very important, significant milestone, I would say, that now you will see many, many more precision guided munitions coming for the use of not only Air Force, but also for Navy as well as for the Army. All the three services will be using this. So this is only the first step towards augmentation of range as well as precision and the cost-effective strike precisely on the targets which we will have in mind on the enemy territory.
Right. Dr. Bahel, you wanted to add something.
Yeah, I just want to say that I'm actually proud that this integration has taken place, the question that you were asking. And I'm also very proud that this integration is going to result in faster development of weapon systems as well as electronic warfare equipment. But I want to tell Dr. Selva that I have been a director at Amity Global Business School for nearly 2 years plus. And I know Dr. Chauhan, as both Chauhans, Ashok Chauhan and Atul Chauhan, very well. Thank you very much. Please give my regards to them.
Thank you, Harminder. And you are part of Amity, and Amity has got a defense institute, Amity Institute of Defense Technology. And so Amity Institute of Nuclear Science and Technology, a lot of development. Please come visit sometime. And so we are giving a big focus on defense technology development, not only human resource, but number of DRDO projects are being executed in Amity University. Please come and visit and see it. I would also invite Deepak to come and see this, all the viewers who are seeing this.